Tonight on NewsWatch Ole Miss, another tree has fallen on campus. Here's students' reactions coming up.
Plus, a long-awaited chicken spot will be opening its doors soon. Hear more on that coming up. NewsWatch Ole Miss starts.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Hannah Baker.
And I'm Alexia Anderchek.
Alexia, it was raining all day today and yesterday.
Yes, I know. I'm just hoping that these April showers will actually bring some Mayflowers.
I know. Well, before we get into the news for tonight, let's get a first look at our weather with weather anchor Seth Parintu.
Thank you, Hannah. As we take a look outside, we're seeing a current temperature of 67 degrees with some partly cloudy skies and a decent breeze of 15 miles per hour. However, it looks like we do have some warmer temperatures heading our way, so make sure to stay tuned for your full forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Another tree has fallen outside the Union.
Yes, this afternoon around 1 p.m. the tree unexpectedly fell from the Grove into the Union Plaza.
We heard from 2 students who saw the tree fall and could even hear others' reactions.
I watched the tree fall. I was sitting on the Croft porch when I heard a loud crack, and it fell pretty slowly. I feel like anyone who was underneath it, they probably would have been able to move out of the way in time, but I feel like it just fell at the perfect moment. There was nobody on the sidewalk, nobody in the Grove. It was just completely empty.
I had just gotten to my class in Bryan. It was around like 12:40, like 8, I want to say, and my class is on the 2nd story. And like outside of the window, I literally saw the tree falling, and like I could hear people screaming outside. I had my AirPods in too, and like my music was blaring, and I heard just like a bang. And then there were girls in my class, and I was like, y'all, I think I just saw a tree. And they were not looking outside the window. They were like, I think I just heard the tree.
This is the 3rd tree to fall on campus in the past 2 days and the 2nd to fall on the Grove. The first one was at the Chancellor's house.
Early Friday morning, the Lafayette County Sheriff's Department responded to shots fired at a traffic stop. Deputies saw a vehicle leaving the TGC Outdoors on Highway 7 and conducted a traffic stop. The occupants of the vehicle opened fire at the deputy before fleeing north on Highway 7. The deputy was not injured in the shooting. This is an ongoing investigation, and anyone with information is urged to contact the Lafayette County Sheriff's Department. And the Mississippi House of Representatives has voted in favor of a bill that restricts where transgender people can use public restrooms and locker rooms, including college dorms. The bill states public buildings must have restrooms and changing rooms for men or women only, or that they must have single-person spaces that can be used by anyone. Republican Representative Joey Hood says the bill aims to ensure people use these facilities with sex at birth. The bill awaits Senate review.
Graduation season is upon us, and as students anticipate the big day, this is the time where they should be taking a closer look to ensure that all deadlines are met. NewsWatch's Colleen Sewell has the details.
The university has put out a few checklists and other reminders to keep seniors like Hallie Grace Withrow up to date.
I feel like I'm pretty prepared. I did all the intent to graduate form and all of that really early on, and I feel like my advisors did a good job of sending all that information out like super early on.
However, Withrow does have a few questions she feels as though have not been answered.
Are we allowed to be on campus early? How busy is it going to be? I think there's a lot of those questions that I would like to know.
Journalism professor Charlie Mitchell didn't have those answers, but did share his insight on the event as he has been heavily involved with graduation in the past.
It's a big deal. I mean, it's a really happy day. Everybody's in a good mood because, you know, it's behind them.
Mitchell says there are always some glitches, but students shouldn't worry.
Generally, we're able to work things out.
The most important steps are making sure you submitted your diploma application and ordered your regalia, and then after that, you're all set. Graduation events will take place from May 8th to the 11th. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Colleen Sewell.
Oxford's new fried chicken establishment, Connie's Chicken, is hoping to open in June. The owner, Nickel Smith, grew up in Tupelo, enjoying Connie's Chicken at least twice a week. He says it has always been a dream to own it and help it grow. Smith hopes to open in June and believes Connie's will be a great addition to Oxford. Fans of the original Connie's will find the same favorite foods made with its traditional recipes. And Oxford is officially the best small college town according to USA Today. The USA Today contest featured 20 destinations across the country and allowed readers to vote for their favorite spots. Oxford also claimed the #4 spot in the Best Small Town Food Scene category. Kenny Ferris, the executive director of Visit Oxford, says that it is an incredible honor to receive national recognition for what makes Oxford so special.
All students, specifically freshmen and transfer students, have course options to take what's known as an EDHE classes. The goal is to help students give advice on adjusting to life at the university, study tips, and other professional advice. But one success coach feels these classes should be mandatory for students at some point in their college career. NewsWatch reporter Seth Peranto has more.
Michael Howland has been a success coach at Ole Miss for years, and with that level of experience, he is adamant about just how impactful an EDHE class can be for students, especially when it comes to skills such as time management and productivity.
You know, what we're doing there is giving them an opportunity to kind of learn those skill sets without having to come in here all the time. Yet, I still give them the opportunity to come in anytime they want to. So, once you're my student, you're always my student.
However, EDHE classes aren't mandatory, a fact Howland isn't too happy about, especially when it comes to the success of transfer students.
I think that transfers should be required to take a 305 class simply because it's really easy to say, well, this is what we used to do at my old university. Well, okay, but you're not there anymore.
IMC student Verlicia Gavin spoke on why she believes an EDHE class is a valuable asset to her as a college student.
College is the stepping stone into your professional careers, so I think a class like that is a good foundation just to, how to handle yourself.
Howland says he understands that it's hard to ask for help, but taking that step is the most important part.
Nobody wants to look like they don't know what they're doing. So it's constantly trying to help them understand that, like I said, if you're feeling like you're overwhelmed or you're feeling like, I need to give up or come see me because what you're feeling is valid. We all felt that.
Now I'm going to put some of those time management strategies to use in my other classes. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Seth Peranto.
I took an EDHE class in the first semester of college, and it definitely set me up for success. I would recommend to anyone coming into school next year to definitely take an EDHE course.
I know, I wish that I could say the same. I am a senior and still haven't taken one, but you should definitely, because I wish I could. Coming up, we will take a deeper look into the NIL. Stay tuned to see how this organization helps fund college athletes.
And we have details on the Biden administration's new gun control regulations. We'll have that and more after the break. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Mississippi.
Hey, Mississippi.
Don't trash Mississippi.
Because picking up litter costs us time
and money.
MDOT spends $3.2 million a year picking up litter.
That's money that could be used to maintain roads and bridges,
patch potholes,
and focus on improving Mississippi's infrastructure.
Please help us help you.
We can't do it without you.
Don't trash Mississippi.
Don't trash Mississippi.
We're here when you're ready.
Mom, I got it. What are you doing in there?
I got stuck.
Are you a dog?
I wouldn't do that. Have you seen the pliers? Where'd you find those?
It's not your birthday.
Sorry.
Bye, Grandpa.
Bye, Grandpa.
Take care of yourself.
What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. O.J. Simpson is dead at age 76. It was announced on social media that he had been battling prostate cancer. Simpson is known for playing in the NFL as well as the acquittal in the brutal murder of his ex-wife and her friend. He was arrested in 2007 for charges such as armed robbery and kidnapping. He went to jail and was released on parole terms 9 years later. He died surrounded by his children and grandkids. And a Hennepin County deputy was killed in Minnetonka, Minnesota, while executing a search warrant. Reporter Alan Henry has more.
We all make promises to go home to our family, and then when you see something like this, how does it not just affect us that are wearing these uniforms?
The Hennepin County Sheriff grew emotional this afternoon as she described getting the call no official wants to get: officer down. Deputies went to this home on Crestwood Drive East in Minnetonka on Wednesday morning to serve a warrant when they were shot at. 2 deputies were injured, but only one was shot.
One's an 8-year veteran, the other is a 21-year veteran. I could tell you they were both loved. They are both loved. They both have families, but they are good deputies that were doing their job.
Law enforcement agencies from across the metro responded. Nearby neighbors were told to shelter in place and feared a repeat of a recent tragedy.
Burnsville, right away, that's what I thought, Burnsville. I'm wondering if that's why there was such a massive police presence because of that. Because I watched that funeral and I don't want anybody to go through that again. That was awful.
The armed individual at the home was shot and killed. It's unclear, though, if the gunman was the target police were there to serve the warrant to.
We will be talking to witnesses in the area. We will be gathering video, both from the deputy's body-worn camera and surrounding areas, along with any video that might be in the neighborhood.
The administration is working to eliminate the gun show loophole. They have finalized a rule that requires people who sell firearms online and at gun shows to conduct a background check on all buyers. This rule is being finalized just before the 25-year anniversary of the Columbine High School shooting, which the administration says was partially carried out with firearms purchased through gun shows. This rule will go into effect in 30 days.
Mythological creatures in Pompeii. The ancient Roman city was buried under ash following the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Since the 1700s, archaeologists have been uncovering new findings. These paintings were found in a banquet hall. The walls were painted black and decorated with characters associated with the Trojan War.
Inflation has risen to its highest level since April of last year. The Producer Price Index is a closely watched measure of inflation, while wholesale inflation in the U.S. rose again last month. The U.S. government reports it rose 2.1% for the 12 months ending in March, which was below expectations. The acceleration in the prices producers pay for goods and services highlights the persistence of inflation. And it supports fears that interest rates will stay higher for longer. The college sports environment continues to change with the introduction of new ways for athletes to make money. Michael Yoshida reports on the NIL collectives.
It's Caitlin. I'm so excited to be partnering with H&R Block to launch
college athletes.
When the odds get beaten, the chicken fingers get eaten, baby.
Capitalizing on endorsement deals.
My name is Olivia Miles. I'm dropping my t-shirt. It's become a really big part of the game. There's a lot more added pressures, I'd say, to get your business going, to get an agent, to build your brand.
They're also cashing in on their name, image, and likeness from NIL collectives. Operating independent of schools, these pool funds from boosters and other sources.
It's basically like negotiating with a general manager in the NFL or NBA, but at the college level. And obviously, the higher the prospect, the more the money.
College football is the biggest NIL sport. Every school in the Southeastern Conference or SEC has at least one NIL collective.
It's helpful for me to make my name pop out and come out more.
Opportunities continue to expand. New company Nilly pays student athletes up front for their NIL rights and pairs them with a financial advisor.
If a kid is able to learn about money, to invest properly, that goes a long way.
And allows fans to invest in the athletes.
We believe that this is a really good deal for all parties.
Nilly earns revenue from the athletes' NIL rights and shares it with investors and the athletes, who receive a majority of the profit.
We didn't have this 21 years ago when I came out of high school and had to go to the pros because of my financial situation. It's time for the athletes to be able to control their own destiny.
After this week's long-lasting storms, 2 deaths and dozens of damaged homes have been reported in Jackson. Storm started Tuesday night, continuing into Wednesday with severe threats, causing trees to fall into cars and houses. 1 person was killed in Scott County and another person died in LaFleur County. Statewide, 72 homes were damaged, including 6 in Hinds County. In Scott County, 45 homes were damaged. Speaking of storms in Mississippi, let's check in with weather anchor Seth Parento for another weather update.
Thank you, Hannah. Well, as we head into this evening, we are looking at a temperature of 45 degrees with clear skies, so thankfully those storms seem to be moving away, and we have warmer temperatures heading our way for the weekend. So make sure to stay tuned for your full forecast. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride? Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry. I'll see you later.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss with Stormwatch. I'm Seth Parento. Well, if we take a look at our current temperatures right now, we are seeing 67 degrees here in Oxford with partly cloudy skies and a strong breeze of around 15 miles per hour. And if we take a look across the rest of northern Mississippi, you'll see temperatures consistent in the mid to upper 60s, with South Haven with the regional current high of 68 degrees. And as we head into this evening, we are looking at a low of only 45 degrees with that wind staying consistent at 15 miles per hour and those clouds moving away to make way for some clear skies. And as we head into tomorrow, we are looking at a high of 68 degrees with finally some sunny skies in our area with that breeze staying consistent of around 15 miles per hour. And if we take a look across the rest of northern Mississippi for tomorrow, you will see temperatures now consistent in the upper 60s to low 70s, with Tupelo having the regional high tomorrow of 70 degrees. And if we take a look at our 5-day forecast, as you can see, temperatures will be steadily warming up throughout the weekend into the start of next week. So if you have any outdoor weekend plans on your docket, this weekend would definitely be the time to take advantage.
Well, it's a good thing that the Grove Bowl is this weekend.
It's amazing.
With all this good weather.
Mother Nature's finally on our side.
I know, it's
for
giving
once.
us a break.
I know, I'm done with this rain, but it's good we have the Grove Bowl. So coming up, star women's basketball player gets an
to cap the Grove Bowl at Vaughn.
And the annual Grove Bowl is this Saturday. Check back in after the break to see what you could be doing there this weekend.
We were growing up. So Miss Flashback, we're all the same age.
What did you do?
What does everyone want to be when they grow up?
If I say 2 jobs, do I get extra credit?
No.
I want to make immersive video games. I want to revolutionize 3D printing. I want to analyze data from the cloud.
I want to be a meteor.
You mean meteorologist?
No.
That's great, Al. Follow your dreams.
For the record, I was a baby in the 70s.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How was it? Is it good?
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Haley Hood with Sports Watch. Kicking things off in sports, Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss football team are presenting a new take on the annual spring game with this Saturday's Grove Bowl games. Admission is free for all fans and gates open at 2 p.m. with the games beginning at 3 p.m. Rather than a traditional spring game scrimmage, the Grove Bowl games will feature 7-on-7 football and a variety of on-field competitions. The festivities will kick off with a dunk contest, then the first quarter, followed by tug-of-war, the second quarter, the hot dog eating contest, the third quarter, an obstacle course, and then we'll finish with the fourth quarter. Fans are promised to have a great time, and I hope to see you all there. And after being named first team All-SEC this year and posting the best season for her career, Marquisha Davis has been invited to the 2024 WNBA draft this Monday. In her 2 seasons at Ole Miss, she has elevated her game to new heights and has become one of the most captivating players in the SEC. She has scored in the double digits in the past 25 games this season. Marquisha paced the Rebels in scoring an average of 14.6 points per game. She has also eclipsed the 1,000 career scoring threshold to become the 36th Rebel to reach this mark. Congratulations, and your Rebel family cannot wait to see you thrive in this next chapter of your life. And the Ole Miss women's golf team will open up the postseason this weekend at the 2024 SEC Championship, with a tournament set to run April 12th through the 16th at the Pelican Golf Course. This tournament will feature all 14 SEC teams competing in 3 rounds of stroke play to determine the SEC individual championship and tournament seeding. The top 8 teams from stroke play will then move forward into the match play bracket, which will be played out on Monday and Tuesday until a team champion is crowned. Good luck. And finishing things off in sports, the Rebels return to Oxford to host their final conference matches against Missouri tomorrow and Arkansas for Senior Day on Sunday at 1 p.m. Senior Brianna Crowley grabbed her first ranked singles win of the season, defeating Quavia Lopez. She is a former blue-chip 5-star recruit and has compiled a career singles record of 45-36. And senior Ava Harostar earned her first ranked singles win of this season. This 5-star recruit is a 2-time NCAA doubles championship qualifier. Good luck to all of you ladies this weekend. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us on X at rebel_watch for the latest sports updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Haley. And coming up, music is coming back to TikTok.
Or at least one artist is. Find out who after the break. Stay tuned to NewsWatch Ole Miss.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
27 Rosie the Riveters earned a Congressional Gold Medal yesterday. This honor is coming about 80 years after the women's war efforts.
Speaker Mike Johnson presented the awards to the women, who are all at least 90 years old now.
The Rosies are known for working the factories and shipyards while the men were off fighting in World War II.
They traveled from all over the United States to receive their medals, and their trips were funded by the Rosie the Riveter Fund Trust.
That is so awesome. What a great way to recognize those women and all their hard work.
Truly, it does not matter how long it's been, that service needs to be honored.
Yes, I love it.
I agree. Taylor Swift's music is back on TikTok after being gone for a few months. Swift is the only artist under the Universal Music Group, or UMG, to return her music to the platform.
Fans believe that it may be because she's releasing her album, The Tortured Poets Department, on April 19th.
This will be the 14-time Grammy winner's 11th studio album.
UMG claims their licensing agreement was expiring and TikTok was not paying fair values for their music. Other artists, including Ariana Grande and Rihanna, have not returned their music.
I am so happy that her music is going to be back on TikTok, and I'm even more excited for that new album coming out on Friday.
The Swifties are excited. The Swifties are
I'm not gonna lie,
They should be.
I haven't had TikTok in about 4 years, so I'm very happy
He's different,
for you
guys.
all. Yeah, that's what I've been told. Well, speaking of different, we are looking at a difference in weather finally, with some sun returning to our area for a warm weekend this week with temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s.
Well, that is all we have for tonight. I'm so happy that weather's finally going to be warming up. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. I'm Alexia Andercheck.
And I'm Hannah Baker with your latest news.
And I'm Haley Hood with Sports Watch.
And with Stormwatch, I'm Seth Parento.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5. NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.